Hey guys, Eddie from Food to Thought. This time we're in the shed, but we're collecting rabbit pee. Be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. Right, I'm just, I weaned out some of the, or actually all of the kits yesterday, 2 days ago actually, I believe. And I'm in the process of cleaning up after them. It's only been like 4 days, 5 days since I last cleaned the cages while they're in it. But it's amazing, especially when they're like 7 weeks old, 8 weeks old. I kept them in a couple of weeks longer than I normally do because I was setting up a new system, a new cage system, and a shed for them, which I'll show you in a couple of days once it's all completely finished, hopefully. But obviously they produce an awful lot of poop and an awful lot of urine. And obviously with me having pull-out trays, I'm able to collect that urine because not only is the poop very good for your soil, which is what we call as a cold fertilizer that can go straight onto your, even though, you know, I've had some people in gardenings, oh, you shouldn't let it mature for a month. Yeah, don't have to. It's like little time capsules. You know, you put it on, and as you water, and it'll slowly break down and nutrition, put nutrients back into the soil and have it really rich for your vegetables and flowers. But what we're doing is just now is collecting the urine. So let me bring you down. I have to take it. Pause this. Pause. All right. So as you see on the one video I'm going to be doing is for collection of hay, because as you see, most of the hay, I put the hay just in a big pile straight in. A lot of times I'll put it onto their they've got plates. Most of them have got plates, some don't. Purely and simply because, especially the moms that had kits, the plates get filthy actually, you know, so I don't like that, and it gives them more room to pee in without getting their fur stained. Anyway, I digress. So obviously the plate gives me the capability of collecting all the grass, which is, you know, it doesn't go completely to waste because, you know, this is green material that will go into the compost, because you do need a mixture of green material with brown material for a good compost, because this will decompose, and obviously so will the rabbit poop. But you do need both in a compost pile. It can't just be poop like horse manure or, you know, rabbit poop. It can't just be that, because it won't have the oxygen and the aerobic bacteria just in the poop. It needs to be in the grass. But again, one of the great things, and this is why this looks so bad, is because I've already moved that aside slightly. There's a nice big pile of it. So I can actually just tip this up, and down here, I don't know if I can tip this down. Down here is the poop, the pee, basically the swimming pool. Obviously these are 2-inch trays, so it can collect quite a bit of matter. And you just take a scoop, bucket underneath, has to be a decent size. I'm going to just pour it straight into a bucket. This way I'm not getting any grass, there's not much poop in this, because I've already cleared it away. And that's almost it. But because this is flat metal, I can scrape that along and get almost every single drop of it. And I'll be asked, why are you collecting rabbit pee? Well, obviously, if you've got cages that just have floors, which my grow out cages, my new ones do, they don't have the trays. I decided to go that way this time. They are slightly cheaper, but the rabbits are only in there for a few weeks, at most a few weeks, for either getting sold or getting harvested. So it's not a big deal for me to have just, you know, have them big, you know, I'm going to make boxes underneath them, you know, like 3-inch boxes with just plastic sheeting, and I'll just use a plastic one with a rubber to pick up the poop and the pee from that, but that will be again mixed. And that's the thing with most collection systems that I see that most, you know, breeders have. They've just got the cages and all the poop and the pee all just lands on the floor. It all gets shoveled up every now and then, but you're losing the possibility of collecting urine. And rabbit urine, if you know, you can put it on, it's really strong. You dilute this like 5-6 to 1, and it is absolutely fantastic for a lot of different vegetables. You can put it straight on, spray it onto, you know, as you guys spray it, use a watering can or just bucket it in, depending on what kind of container you have. It is especially good. Urine is especially good for sweet corn. So if you've got a corn bed, which I am planting this weekend, urine is fantastic because it is so high in nitrogen that it is the gold when it comes to corn, especially. But also other greens, leafy greens, like vegetable, you know, like lettuces or you know, kales. Even my oat bed, I'll show you my oat bed later on, which I planted last year, which was really successful, and I planted a week ago, and I've been spraying it down every day, and it's already coming up, you know, like an inch or two of growth in specific areas, but others are just starting to pop in. But this is how I collect the urine. So you end up with a bucket of pee, and you just fill this up with it. This I'd have enough. Just in this to makes it 5 to 1, 6 to 1, right to the top with what it's in there now. So I'll get another bucket, do it again, and all my beds will get sprayed with this mixture. So thanks very much for joining me. Also, this lot is getting cleaned into. I've got a garbage bin here. I've got 4 compost bins which are completely full. One will be emptied probably today or tomorrow, and then this will be tipped into it to start it off. So I'm going to start collecting another bucket full, another compost bucket full, and when that's finished, I start taking it down to my city dump, and that will be put into the city. I was given permission by the bylaw officer to be able to do that because of the cold manure. It doesn't have to sit for like 5 years, like, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 years, whatever, like some manures do, like horses and stuff. I've been told that I might be wrong, and if I am wrong, I apologize. But I've been told that stuff can be taken away and sat for like 4 years to mature because it breaks down, so it takes so long to break down. But anyway, I digress. So this is the reason why I went for the pellet trays, was to collect as much from the rabbit, use as much of the rabbit as possible. That's why even when I harvest, I use the skin, I use the ears, I use the paws for treats for the dog. I keep all basically the only thing I don't keep is the head, and I don't feed the head to the dog. I just don't like the idea of that. But the only thing I don't keep is the intestines. Everything else from the rabbit is used. So use as much as possible from your rabbits. From either, if you don't have enough of this, do what I do. If you have a city dump, give it away. You know, you don't have, you know, people say, oh, sell it. Why sell? You know, okay, you're going to make a buck. Why not help out your community by giving it away? But that's my thought. So this is Eddie. This is Food for Thought thanks very much for joining us. You know, you guys are awesome. Think you're making our channel successful. We're, you know, we're up at 900,000 views, which is great, coming up to 1 million views. And we're hoping that this is going to go on from strength to strength. So thanks very much for joining us. Check out our Facebook link down below.